Now we need to see how to write our programs in a way that when we run the client program and the server program, these will now be able to send and receive messages to one another. We have imported our package here, java.net. We have imported another package, java.input-output.all. The class name is my client. We have written our main methods here while throwing exceptions. The socket name is S at client side. The machine name is localhost. The port is 33. We need here to both send and receive the message. That's why at client side we have written data input stream and data output stream. Data input stream to receive the message, data output stream to be able to send the message. Now we need to read from the keyboard at client side. That's why we have written buffered reader, PART3, new buffered reader, new input stream reader, system.in. We are reading from the keyboard. Now we have declared two variables, str and str2. We said while not str dot equals stop, if not, it means str will be storing the message read from the keyboard. The message to be sent, the output, will be in UTF format, and it is the one read from the keyboard, stored in a variable str. Now, str2 will be storing the data input streams sent in the form of UTF. Now, at server side, we have also imported the java.net.all package, java.input-output.all package also. The class name is my server. We have written our main method here while throwing exceptions. Now here we have opened the socket name at server side, saying server socket SS equal to new server socket. The port number is 333. We need to accept the request from the client. Remember the socket name at client side, it is S. That's why we said socket S equal to ss.accept, which means now the socket SS, which is representing the socket at server side, it is accepting to connect to S, which is the socket name at client side. Now we need at server side to also send the message and receive the message. To receive the message, we have used data input stream. To send the message to client, we have used data output stream. Now we need also to write any message from the keyboard at server side and send it to the client. That's why we have buffered reader here. We have created also two strings, str and str2. We said while not str is equals stop. Now the message to be received, it will be read in UTF format and be stored in str. Now the output, the output here will be displaying what you have written following my client side. Now to learn this, as we said, we use command prompts. We need command prompts. We type them in text editor. We are using notepad, let me say my client for instance, to save them, we use the extension of Java. We got server program here. Server program, it is my server, the class name, my server 4. When saving, we say the extension should be .java. Now to learn codes here, we shall learn them using command prompt. We open the command prompt. We said we shall open command prompts. Windows. One will stand for the client side, another one will stand for the server side. It is a simulation. You can even change this by using two different machines. But when it is like that, in the place of localhost as the machine name, you will put the IP address of the machine you are connecting to. Remember the codes, we have saved them on desktop. That's why we need to write CD desktop to learn the codes which are on desktop. Now here, to compile, remember we write Java C, Java compiler, then the program name with extension of Java, no error. To compile, to run here, to compile, write Java C, we write the program name, then .java, which is the extension. To run, we write Java. Remember we are running server program. You say here we are now to learn we are running our program. We can say hello Mr. Server. The message has been reached. Now at server side we can also send a message saying, you can say yes, hello Mr. Client. At client side we can say, for instance, I'm very good Mr. Server. Are you saying when you say enter, automatically the message is being reached here? We can say, for instance, oh, that's good. That's good, Mr. Client. Mr. Client. You can say, okay, thank you. Remember, this is at client side. It is at client side. If you are seeing, it is at client side. If I send the message, automatically the server will be able to receive the message. This one can say, for instance, okay, bye bye. The client can send a message or can stop sending. What I wanted you to understand here is that these two applications are communicating to one another because we have created sockets. Remember, if for instance the port number we said 333, if are not matching, it means they cannot communicate to one another. If we did not create sockets, it means they can't communicate to one another. I want you to understand me here. I said, remember, this is the client side. The port number is 33. This is the server side. The port number is 3333. They are the same. Now, we created a socket